Hey guys, it's Junior. Welcome back to my channel at the Horsepower Warehouse. I'm super excited to show you guys what we've got going on this week. I also want to show you some recent updates to some cars that you've seen before. I showed you guys this in the last episode, our Ford 600. We just put the Junior stamp of approval on the sides. I didn't get to play with this one all this much. This is a complete nut and bolt restoration, so someone did all the fun job for me. Now I just get to put on stickers and play with it. But yeah, this guy, he really knocked it out of the park on this one. So I didn't get to do too much. Have I shown you guys my little Willie? Watch YouTube. Go ahead and pull this video right then and there for me being silly. But this is such a small little Jeep. This one is here on consignment. We haven't cleaned it up yet, so it'll be probably on the website in the next week. White 65 coupe. Getting ready to head out. We did the power steering, power brakes, air conditioning, had an inspector come through, and everything looks copacetic on this car, so it's getting ready to head out to its owner. He's going to have a really great time with that car. That thing drives fantastic. So Mecum auction, you guys know I don't really sell cars through Mecum, but they wanted me to assemble a bunch of really nice Corvettes for them to run at their premium time on an upcoming auction. So Mecum 67 convertible here. This one is for sale. Factory AC car, so super rare. Automatic, power windows. Fully loaded. Yep. Power brakes, power steering, factory air. That is called all the amenities, ladies and gentlemen. 63 split. This one is for sale as well. This one I just completed, 63 convertible. You guys remember this one. I did the complete interior on it. This was born as a red on red car, so we returned her back to how she came. And let me slide up under the hood here and give you a peek of the engine bay. Let's go ahead and just leave the hood up because it presents so much better. How can I spend that much time making the engine bay look that good? Not a complete frame off restored car, but just a really nicely, I did a little cosmetic restoration to this. So this, you guys know I can go real deep with these cars, but not necessary on this one, and it came out fantastic. Resto mod, I did do the carbon ceramic brakes on this, wheels and tires to match. This one is going to Mecum as well. I didn't do the rest of the build, but they did a really stand-up job on this one. I actually did a previous video on this car where I drive around in it in an attempt to fit. I say attempt because the seats are heavily bolstered and higher up, and it's got this suede headliner, which is also heavily padded, and those two make for a combination that doesn't fit well with a 6'2" individual like myself. Nonetheless, you could lower the seat if you're a tall guy like me, and probably have a lot better of a time than I did. Note to self, do not trip over those when the camera's rolling. 67, 435 horse, 427. You guys remember this one. Also going to Mecum. So this is, I think, the final car. Oh, and the final split window ever made, which I already shared with you guys. We have that stored off premises until the upcoming auction, just to keep prying eyes and fingers and potential scammers from taking photographs of it. But this one's going to auction. I'm not supposed to show you guys cars until we at least wash them, right? But I got two that are fresh off the truck. So let me just give you a little peek ski. So what we're looking at here is a 64 saddle coupe, and behind it is a 67 Marlboro maroon coupe. Side pipes on the maroon coupe. Obviously the 64 does not have the side pipes. Those ugly tires are coming off. Those cars are both getting pretty much the same deal that I am doing to our Mazport here and our 66 here, which is not a complete frame off restoration like our 65 is getting, but more of a massaging. You know, I'm the Corvette. I'm not even going to call myself the Corvette guy. I hate people that are like that self-proclaim themselves as experts. Or, I mean, there's a certain individual that calls himself a Corvette god, and it just makes me cringe at the thought. I try to be pretty good with these cars, I guess is how I'm going to seat myself with that. But I'm not happy with a lot of them that come through. I look at it and go, oh, I can make that so much better with, you know, in an efficient amount of time. So that's what we're doing with this one. That one is getting the full frame off restoration, the 65. That is a solid lifter, 365 horse, high horsepower. That's going to be a really spicy little convertible. Of course, black with tan. Yeah, that's going to be real nice. I can't wait to show you guys that one when it's done. 66, this is a non-frame off restoration. So you can see I stripped all the emblems off, getting ready to wet sand and buff the car. We're gonna do a bunch of little stuff underneath the engine bay. We're gonna tidy up the interior. This was born as a black with red. Really, really nice combination. You can see my parts are kind of piled up in there. Don't worry, nothing is touching the seat. I'm really anal about not putting anything on the seats because I don't want to leave imprints. That's my #1 pet peeve with guys that ship cars, is they like to the shippers love to put stuff on the seats and it leaves imprints and it kills me. This is not my car. This is a 63 convertible, a customer's car. Let me grab for you guys my light so I can show you the extent of Black Widow spiders. Now you have these brown Black Widow eggs. Those aren't the ones you got to worry about. It's all the nice fresh white ones that are all over the car. I almost want to call this one the Widow. You can see we have lots and lots and lots of Black Widow eggs. So I'm not sure where this one was stored, but their pest control needs to be looked at. So we've already killed everything, by the way. So we're gonna go ahead and suck everything up. These aren't not live eggs, or I probably wouldn't be dancing around underneath this car kind of like I am. But I'm excited to do this one, mainly because the body is in super nice shape. You can see it's already completely bare. So it was easy for me to analyze, you know, what it's gonna look like if it were stripped. You know, we're gonna get it, of course, better than this, but my body guy, I kind of work around the schedule of the people that I work with. So he is going to be ready to bring in another car really soon. So we've got this one up on the lift so I can do just a complete inventory of everything that I'm gonna need to assemble. Whenever I do a complete frame off restoration like this, I'm 30 steps ahead of where the car is at. I try to source parts that we're not gonna need for months, just so that way when I run into it, I don't go, oh no, this is unavailable, we have to stop. That's, as a shop owner, as a guy who's doing 6, 7 frame off restorations at a time, it's the worst thing you could do is run out of parts. That's why I have a parts room back here that I don't let anyone in, completely stacked with Corvette parts. In my office, if you go through the door in my Fox gas station, behind my office, I've got another room that is just completely stacked with Corvette parts. Again, not for sale, but just because I like to hoard things and make them available to myself and my customers. That way business can proceed as normal. This thing is gonna be really, really nice. You can see Sean has started on the assembly. You can see our 427. This is a tri-power 427. We already painted it. Yeah, it's coming together. That's going to be a fantastic build as well. So the main reason for today's video was I just really wanted to show you the 2 new C2s that I got in, kind of give you guys an update of what we've been doing this week and what's coming up, what you guys can expect. You can also see how we're continuing forth with the restoration of the interior on our Jeep. All of the wood paneling is being cut out. We're going to linseed oil all of this wood. All the panels are going up in here. This is the material that the seat is actually made out of, believe it or not. So the other side of this hide is that. So we bought 2 more so we can do the visors. So really, it's kind of like weird to have that high quality of a leather in this type of vehicle. Obviously not outfitted. We're going like way above and beyond what a 65 Jeep would have had in it, but kind of a cool little touch that we're throwing in there along with the premium wood. You know, we're trying to create like a premium interior with kind of the rustic exterior, and then we already did all the mechanical stuff. So this is going to be a really cool little truck. I'm also excited to share that one with you. So as we get going here with more of our projects, I can't wait to show you what we're capable of, because I've got a lot of cars here right now that I feel look so-so, and you guys know I'm going to knock it out of the park. I've got especially, I mean, there's not a car here that I'm not going to be proud of. So if you guys haven't already subscribed or hit the like button, please consider doing so. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you stay tuned for the upcoming projects, because we got some cool stuff coming. I haven't even fully disclosed everything yet. I want to ruin, you know, the surprise for you guys. We got the holidays coming up, so I got some neat stuff I want to show you. But thank you for joining me, and until next time, take care.